When it comes to villains in media, I feel like there is a certain type of villain that, as far as I'm aware, has never been mentioned before. And I don't even know if it has a name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a explanation of this trope and then show two examples of characters that I feel fit it perfectly. So let's just begin. This trope is usually this character trope is where a character works for the main villain. So they're a bad guy. And they work for the main villain, and they usually, most of the time, do what they're told. In most media that they're in, they're usually the most obedient and loyal one of their, I guess, kind. And because of that, the main villain tends to treat them better than the others. And whenever they're tasked with doing a job or getting something done, they usually do it well. Sometimes they'll fail, but usually they get it done right. And whenever they get into a fight with the main characters, although they'll usually lose, they also sometimes win. But most of the time, just put up a fight, like a really good fight. Basically, making the main characters struggle. Even if, again, they end up winning in the end. So, and another thing is that usually this type of character, when they show up, they instill fear not only in the characters, but in the audience as well. So, I hope I explained that well. Now I'm going to show you two examples of characters that I feel fit this trope perfectly. Starting with Soundwave from Transformers. So, Soundwave is actually the character that made me realize this trope was even a thing. I didn't realize it was a trope because usually, you have to have like multiple characters act like that for it to be a character trope. But this guy was where it all started. So I guess I could call it the Soundwave trope, like a Soundwave type character. Yeah, we'll go with that for now until I find out that there's like an actual name for it already. But yeah, Soundwave is, in my opinion, the perfect example of this kind of character. He is obedient, he does what he's told, and he usually does it very well, and therefore Megatron, the main villain, treats him better than the other Decepticons. And although Soundwave usually loses a lot of the time against the Autobots, he still puts up a really good fight and makes it so the Autobots actually struggle. Like, the Autobots have a hard time actually trying to defeat him. So, yeah. Plus, whenever he shows up, he instills fear in not only the characters, but the audience. And I'll show a good example of that. This is the opening from Bumblebee, the 2018 Transformers movie. As you can see, it starts out on Cybertron, showing the war between the Autobots and the Decepticons. As you can see, there's Optimus Prime, shooting down all of these Decepticons with ease. I mean, look, he just grabbed that guy and completely tossed him. So we're gonna wait a little bit. Alright, it's about to come up. But yeah, look at all these Decepticons just getting completely annihilated by Optimus Prime and even Bumblebee here. But then Soundwave appears and look at how scared you can tell Optimus is. And I'm not sure if you can hear it in the video, but if you listen to his voice, you can also tell how scared he is. Yeah, you can tell he's definitely scared. Like, he's the main character, and he's terrified of these three lackeys. Because, well, if I had to take a guess, he probably knows how strong and capable that these three are. But especially Soundwave. I mean, he's like yeah, like Shockwave is the most intelligent, and but Soundwave, when it comes to combat, is the absolute best. It's honestly a miracle that Optimus Prime even survived Cybertron in this movie and was able to make it to Earth. So, yeah, it was actually because of Soundwave's appearance in this movie that made me actually love him, and again realize that this trope was even a thing. And, kind of made me sort of afraid of him. Like, if Soundwave was real, I think he's cool, but I'd also keep my distance because he could just kill me at any moment. So, enough Transformers. Let's move on to the second example of a character that I think perfectly fits this trope. Or I guess not perfectly, but, still fits it. Metal Sonic. So, I'll admit, Metal Sonic isn't nearly as threatening as Soundwave is to me. Mainly because I feel like whenever Metal Sonic is introduced in any media whatsoever, he's either defeated, like, easily, or they just never even fight. It's usually like a race between Sonic and Metal Sonic. Which is okay, because, despite not being threatening, at least not to me, he still fits the trope perfectly in everything else. Well, aside from that one time in Sonic Heroes, which, in case you haven't played that game, Metal Sonic ends up turning into Neo Metal Sonic, which is like an alternate, stronger form for him. And he essentially, gets rid of Eggman. He doesn't kill him or anything, but he essentially tries to take over the world himself and gets defeated by Super Sonic, Super Tails, and Super Knuckles. So, yeah. So although he's not always obedient, in recent memory, he very much is. Like, he will do anything that Eggman tells him to. He is also extremely loyal, like how Soundwave is extremely loyal to Megatron. Metal Sonic is extremely loyal to Eggman. In the Metal Virus saga, there were times where Metal Sonic put his own, well, I guess not life, because he's not alive, but I'll just say life. He put his own life at risk to save Eggman. Even if Eggman constantly abuses him, he still protects his creator. And also, despite what I said earlier, sometimes Metal Sonic does actually put up a really good fight with Sonic, and sometimes it kind of makes you wonder, like, if Metal Sonic is actually stronger than Sonic. Because in, the shorts that were made to advertise Sonic Colors Ultimate, when Sonic and Metal Sonic fight each other, they, Metal Sonic almost defeats him. In fact, it's only because of the wisps that help Sonic out that Sonic's able to defeat Metal Sonic. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Also, Neo Metal Sonic, literally just one form above his base form, and he almost took over the entire world. It wasn't until Sonic had to use the 7 Chaos Emeralds, but not only just that, also had to work with his friends that also had to use the 7 Chaos Emeralds, that they were able to defeat him. Which is crazy, because in case you don't know, this like even just 1 Chaos Emerald is extremely powerful. So 7 of them, and that's seven those seven's like power being given to 3 people, along with extra help, all being needed to take down Metal Overlord. And even still they struggled. So, yeah, despite me personally not being threatened by this guy, he still fits the trope perfectly. He's loyal, obedient, and actually puts up a fight. Plus, he's cool looking and has a cool voice, just like Soundwave. So, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to make like a little short video. I hope you all are having a great day, and I hope that your future days will be even better. So, yeah, I'm gonna end this. Goodbye.